It's like as soon as they announced that, we were like, hell yeah, Bloodborne 2. And then they're like, it's kind of like a 8-person battle royale thing, and we were like,
yeah.
Like I was immediately like,
yeah. I'm not really surprised by that though, because of like Elden Ring. Night Rain is a multiplayer focused game.
Yeah, you've seen the quotes, like Miyazaki's been playing Tarkov. Tarkov has done irreparable fucking damage to the game industry. Everything's
it's changed his mentality. He's like, no, it's got to be multiplayer.
Everything needs to be a fucking, what do they call them? Extraction shooter. And like it's cool.
Yeah.
It's like I just like regular ass games, but I'm old. I get it. I'm not the target audience for these games.
I mean, Painkiller. So Painkiller looks fun. I'm not surprised that the co-op aspect is there. I mean, as long as it's playable single player, I'm totally down with it. But I'm not surprised because like they've been making a lot of co-op games.
I was never a huge Painkiller fan. Like I never really vibed with the original. You know, it was just not it wasn't one of my games. But it's cool to see it come back. I've known about that for a while. I remember talking to some Saber guys last year, and they're like, yeah, we're gonna relaunch, we're gonna do a Painkiller reboot and do it under the 3D Realms brand and kind of treat that as like a relaunch of thing. I'm like, how many times are y'all gonna relaunch 3D Realms into each other?
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Oh, also, we were talking about physical, so I wanted to show this to Dave. So I grabbed my physical Atomfall.
Nice.
So.
Atomfall was great. Did you finish it? That's my favorite game of the year so far.
Yes, same. I finished it this morning, actually. Yeah, I've gotten a couple endings. It's fantastic.
Yeah, they're all pretty much the same, you know. Like it does that like Deus Ex thing where like run to which side of the map you want to get the ending for. So I think I did like 4 out of 6 endings. You can't really lock yourself out of too many. It was really good. I think it was a fucking home run for Rebellion. Like the fact that they did that instead of they're like, hey,
it's actually their most sold and most played game in the last 30 years.
I mean, the Sniper Elite games, they can make those forever, right? Everybody loves slow-mo.
I love those games. I love them.
Fucking slow-mo will never get old, right?
Yeah.
But,
Rebellion's like half an hour down the road from me, and I always
they're probably in your backyard. You have to play. Anybody from the UK like has to play Atomfall, because like Eurogamer's been fucking posting videos about it every day for the last year because it's the most British game ever.
Yeah.
But it's a lot for those watching, and they're like, "Oh, what is it like Fallout?" It's way more like Stalker. It's basically, you know, it's like 90% Stalker, 10% Fallout 4. But it's really, I really liked it. I was really surprised.
I think Fallout New Vegas was a big inspiration. And I think that comes from like the ability to kill everybody.
You could, and it's like, well, it's funny because they have, you know, like the guy on the phone, kind of like a fail-safe, because like if you kill everybody in the game, you can still finish the game. Atomfall, really, I wasn't super surprised by how much I liked it, but I was surprised the fact that like I blew through it in a whole weekend. You could do the 100% in less than 20 hours, and I love that. As a 40-year-old man, if you tell me your game's 60 to 80 hours, I'm like, nope.
Yeah.
Far Cry 5? Hell yeah. Far Cry 6? Hell no.
It ended up taking me about 21 hours, just taking my time doing like just a lot of stuff.
Great, but man. If I can beat a game in a weekend, I'm so there, man. Like Fallout 1 was 20 hours long, and that's why I replay Fallout 1 every few years. And every time I try to get back into Fallout 2, and I remember that it's like 40 hours of bullshit and 20 hours of actual content. That's why I stick with Fallout 1, Baldur's Gate 1. A lot of times those.
I don't know how much you played of like the Outer Worlds, but you know, because I liked how that one was like a pretty.
I should love the Outer Worlds. I should. I am the target market for that. It's like, do you like Obsidian games and you like Fallout? Do you like Futurama? But it just was not. Was not hitting. Like, listen, there's a million video essays about why the Outer Worlds was not great. But Avowed, I'm loving Avowed. I'm like more than halfway through Avowed. Avowed is good. It's not. It's listen. It's good at the things you wouldn't expect it to be at. Like the combat's fucking sick, and it's beautiful and it runs really well. But the narrative and the writing is not great. It's like Obsidian. It's supposed to be. I thought this wasn't. Obsidian makes jank ass games with really good narrative and writing, so it's kind of flipped. But like, you can't have it all. The Outer Worlds was fine. I tried like 3 times to get into that world.
I mean, I have some varying opinions on that, but
I had trouble with it the first time.
I like Avowed
I'm liking
too,
it better
though.
the second time recently, but it's definitely didn't hit the first
Outer
time.
Worlds, we'll see. Outer Worlds 2, you know, I know some people working on it, and that's, you know, the development's getting there. You know, they've had some issues. Gonzalez is back at Obsidian, which is good news. You know, he was the key guy behind New Vegas. So the fact that he's gone back to Obsidian means, I don't know, Fergus either offered him a shit ton of money, or I think he was working on he went to go work on the Sony game, the one with the bow girl.
Horizon Zero
Horizon.
Dawn?
Yeah.
Horizon. Yeah, he was on that team. So I assume he got super burnt out working on Sony game. And then and he went back to Obsidian. So either they're inserting him into Outer Worlds 2, or everybody's speculating.
I mean, he's a great writer, so he actually did even more writing than Chris Avalon did for Fallout New Vegas.
It's funny because like everybody, it's funny. Well, Chris is always, for his whole career, has been given credit for stuff he didn't do.
Right.
People are like, yeah, you wrote all the Fallout games and all of it. He's like, I didn't even work on Fallout 1, bro.
Yeah, I wasn't even there.
Guys. Chris's main contribution to New Vegas, I mean, he did write a lot of stuff on New Vegas. He wrote like all the DLC, like by himself. You know, like the Old World Blues and stuff. He did all that, but the main driver for the main game was Gonzalez. He was
more like the support as the main game. He only did so much or whatever.
So and Josh is still there. Obviously, Josh really wants to do Pillars 3. I used to hang out at Obsidian a lot around there because I lived like an hour south of Irvine, so I would like go and hang out with those dudes and eat in their cafeteria.
Josh did Pentiment. I don't know if you played Pentiment, but that was a really well written game.
I was having trouble getting into Pentiment. I played it, and I think something about it really annoyed me. I think it was like the way the text went on screen. It had a really annoying sound. I was like, this is pissing me off, and I turned it off. But yeah, Josh really wants to do Pillars 3. I would really like Pillars 3. That we're in like a post Baldur's Gate 3 world, and we have proven that people are not stupid. They don't want dumbed down RPGs. They will. You can sell 50 million copies of a deep ass CRPG that will take you fucking months to beat. I think that means that we can do this, and Microsoft should fund a Pillars 3.
Yeah, I mean, I think Wasteland 2, Wasteland 3, and stuff like that were pretty,
I'm in Wasteland 2. I'm an NPC in that game. And I love 3. 3 was great. Nobody talks about Wasteland 3. It's funny, in Exile, nobody talks, they just kind of quietly, hang out, far
Who are you in Wasteland 2?
I'm an NPC. It's just me. I show up in a random encounter, and I'll sell you. You can Google it, and I'll sell you stuff. And it's like, Dave Oshry. And I voiced it too.
That's funny.
Like Dave Oshry and his Gunners or whatever, because I was working at Gunners.
Yeah, I've spent stupid amount of time in that game.
In Exile's working on that Bioshock looking thing that nobody really asked for.
Yeah, Clockwork Revolution. And here's a funny little anecdote on that is they have another studio that Microsoft picked up. I forget their name, but they're all Volition developers. The entire studio. And they're the co-developers of Clockwork Revolution, so that's an interesting thing to know.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes. We haven't seen anything from that in a while or at all. What happened to Judas?
Yeah, I mean, it looks like a Bioshock-esque RPG kind of game.
Wasn't Ken Levine
and
coming
Judas,
out with
I don't know.
What the fuck happened to that? It was everywhere. And then
I thought it was coming out this year, and then
maybe I don't know. Maybe it'll probably be at Summer Games Fest. Either that or Ken Levine pulled a Ken Levine.
I was about to say, they probably redid the entire game. He's like,
10 years. Fuck it, I'm out.
Trailer sucked.
Just pull the cord.
Yeah.
So Epi Aesthetics asks, what's your dream project that you would hope to do someday? I didn't know.
The New Blood TRPG, I tease it every once in a while, the Fallout style thing that we're working on. I mean, every once in a while we do teasers of it. People ask me about it all the time. It's a million years off. At one point, Chris was going to write it with me, a million years ago. So that's the dream project, and it might at this point, because I'm looking forward to retirement more than anything. It might be like a post New Blood project, because right now we've got Adam. He's working on it full time as the programmer. And Alexander, obviously the artist, when he's not working on his Fallout Bakersfield mod, he just does tons and tons of art. He's the great. Nobody can do that style, that Fallout 1 and 2 style like Alexander. For those of you who know him, have read 888 Guns, if you've seen his art station, you've seen his videos, the first person Fallout 2 ending stuff, you've seen his art.